Yo, it is Char. So someone had a suggestion to do a minimum slash like speedrun for the game. I thought it's a pretty good idea. The biggest issue is how do you count the slashes? It's a pain in the ass. So I'm making a tutorial today. So here we are. So this guy, he's playing a different game, but he found a script to do this, but it didn't work exactly like how he liked, so he edited it, and now we're here. So you go to code, and then you download the zip. Nothing crazy. Then you open it. In the case that you don't have WinRAR, download it. But in the case you also don't want to download WinRAR, just right click on the file, hit unzip, so that basically you can take this folder, put it on the desktop. Should do the exact same thing. For me, it says replace because I already was testing this, so I had a version on the desktop. But drag it to the desktop or unzip it to your desktop or wherever you want to keep it. Just make sure you can find it again. Next thing, this is the probably most annoying thing to me, is you need to download Python, specifically this version, which all of this will also be linked in this description, but has to be this version. If it's not this version, it won't work, at least according to this guy. So nothing too crazy. You scroll down, get to the downloads. You want to do the Windows times 86-64 executable installer. I don't know if you have to do that one or the other ones work, but that's the one that he used, and that's the one that I'm going to use and worked for me. So we open that, then we hit install now. You could probably do some custom stuff. I don't know. I don't know anything about Python or coding, so I'm just going to install it as is. Now we wait. Very cool. I don't know what any of this is, so I end up just hitting close, and we're good. So now you want to go to OBS if you would like to actually go to my other monitor. So we go here. We have OBS. I wish I could actually. I wish it didn't look like this. Whatever. I don't care. You guys will have trippy background. What you want to do is go to Tools, and then Scripts. So then I've already got it all loaded. So here, let me delete this. And so you want to go to Browse, and you want to essentially find where you had your Python download. The way that I found this easiest to do is you go to like the thing here where it's like your recently added files. You hit more, and then you go to Open File Location. This is still not the right place. These are all shortcuts, so you want to right click one of these and then hit Open File Location one more time, and now this is the actual folder that you want to link into OBS. So put that here, or well, we have to hit Browse and then paste it here, hit Select Folder, and it's good. So now it's connected to Python 3.6. Then we go to Scripts, and this is why it's important that you remember where you downloaded the thing to. We can go to OBS, we go to, or not OBS, desktop, go to wherever you downloaded your thing, and then you want to hit the Python file, the one that's OBS underscore count underscore things. So you open that, and I'm stupid because I forgot one of the steps. So we're going to close that for now, and you actually want to add a text source before you do any of this. It doesn't super matter what you name it, just remember what you named it vaguely, or like be able to remember it if you saw it. So I'll name it counter, doesn't matter too much. We'll put some text that says text. Also doesn't matter too much because this will get deleted and replaced with the numbers, but need a text source. So we made the text source, now we go back to scripts. We're going to delete this one because it's not loaded. Reopen it, reselect the thing that we did previously, hit text source, go to counter, and there we go. It's set counter save path. It's like you can set a folder you want to save it to, so that if you close and reopen OBS, the counter stays. Doesn't really matter for what we're doing. In fact, it might be even better if it does reset because um, obviously every run you're not going to be able to keep your counter. You have to set it back to 0. So yeah. Counter text doesn't matter too much. As far as I know, it just adds text before the actual number or like near the number. You can just add another text source. Doesn't super matter. So we can hit close, and then we would go to our settings. You go to hotkeys, and you scroll down and down until you get to OBS count things, count up. So let's set this to, I don't know, H. And let's set this one to J. There's also a reset thing, which is helpful, because when you want to reset after each run, you hit apply, and you click OK. Now if we hit H, it'll start counting. It's on 80 for me, because I was already testing this, obviously, but should start at 0. You can count up and down based on what you click. Very cool. So now we have figured out a counter, but if you've ever tried to add a hotkey of a what's it called? Controller to OBS, it won't work. Also here, let me set this to black just so it doesn't look terrible while I'm doing stuff. There, cool. Next thing that we need is Joy2Key. So Joy2Key lets you emulate keyboard output on your controller. So I'll link this page. This is just the main page of Joy2Key. You can hit download the latest version for free. Scroll down. As far as I know, any of these downloads work, these top 3. I'm just going to hit the top one directly from this website. We'll open the file. Yada, yada, yada. We wait for the screen to come back because apparently when you have to accept a file, it turns your screen black in OBS. Very cool. You hit accept the agreement, hit next, put it to wherever you want to download it to. It says I already have that because I've already tried downloading this once. We'll hit next, hit install, and it's installed. Very cool. And you can also make it automatically launch for the first time. We'll do that because I'm planning on using it anyway. So here you can set your A and B, because that's what we're going to use for slash jump, to whatever hotkeys you want. So since I set my hotkey to go up on H, we can double click it, double left click, and then I don't really know what like 99.9% of this is. I figured this out by accident first try. This top thing, I'm assuming you can set multiple inputs, but this top one is just what I'm going to use. You set that to H, you hit OK, you set this one to H, and you hit OK again. So now, or hold on, I have to not be tabbed into that. Now when I hit A or B, it's going up. You can hear my controller, hopefully. That's not really the most, like, best to look at. Sure, it's a counter. Sure, it does work. So we're also going to get a gamepad viewer. So I'll link this site as well. This is the easiest part of the entire process. So you go to gamepad viewer. Let's just refresh the site just to see what it's like when you first get here. It says there's no gamepads connected. Press any button to enable. So we'll press a button. So far nothing's showing. You would click currently viewing, and where it says none, hit player 1. So now there's a controller. This is matching the inputs of what I'm doing. So now you can see when I click A and B, it goes up. So I like how the white one looks more. Just give some contrast between the black back of the controller and the white front and buttons. I don't know. I like how this one looks more, so I'm going to use this one. Next, you want to hit the 3 lines over here and then click Generate URL. So here, you can copy this URL. Actually, if you want to choose your skin, you can do whatever you want for that. I'm going to choose the white Xbox One controller because that's what I've got. Well, actually, I have a purple one, but I like how this one looks for the overlay. So we're going to copy that by clicking it. We can close out of that. And now we go back to OBS. So now you want to right-click in your sources, or you can click the plus, and you want to add a browser. So you hit that, you title that whatever you want, controller, overlay. By default, just shows random browser source. What you can do now, change the URL, copy, delete it, put your other one in, and when you click OK, Now it's a controller. It says disconnected because if you remember when we got onto the site, we had to click something to do it. So as soon as you click a button, now it's the actual overlay and it works properly. And you can see I'm clicking A and B and it's properly showing the inputs going up. So just to confirm that this works, oh god, 2 controllers. Just to confirm that this works in game, which I already did test this on my own, but just to show for the tutorial, I'll open /jump, which of course is the game that we are planning on doing this with. I'm going to actually add a, where is it? Outline to this so that it doesn't look stupid. There we go. And also, if you want, of course, you can add like another text, say A and B, or this is just the, hold on, that's just the title of it. You can say clicks, you can say A and B button clicks. And then, yeah, so of course you can do this, put this near it, make it look all nice and dandy, however you want. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to have the number. So we can hit start. Of course, we're going to skip the tutorial, or the cutscene, and now you can see no matter if I do a big jump or a small jump, either one, it'll make the counter go up. If you spam it, it still goes up, doesn't matter, but yeah, very cool. I'm guessing a controller overlay and the counter both should be necessary to record minimum / runs, just to make sure that you have proof of you actually doing it properly. Yeah, very cool. So that's the tutorial. Now you know how to make a counter. Bye bye.